In this video, I'm going to show you how to use citation management software, and I believe it will be obvious why this is a good idea after I demonstrate it for you. So the main purpose of citation organization software is to help you keep track of all of your resources, to be able to find your PDFs, and to then be able to save yourself a huge amount of time when you are completing your bibliographies, and also when you're citing things within the text if you have a particularly complicated citation format. All right, so this is Zotero. This is the citation management software that I like. So let me show you what I like about it. So let's start with a book. And so I am in the WorldCat database. The Converse Library database does not talk well to this program, but WorldCat does. And so let's say that I had this physical book, and this was the exact edition. If I had a different edition, I could click view the different editions and choose that one. Let's say I had an earlier edition from 1993. I would choose that. And then I can just scroll down and check the ISBN. And obviously, if you had the physical book with you, you could do this as well just by typing it in. And so, boom, I now have all the information about this book in, and I'll show you what I'll do with that in a minute. So let's say that I find an ebook, and I really like this ebook. I want to be able to cite this ebook. So what I'm going to do here is export. This one's a little bit harder, but literally 2 more clicks. And if you have multiple things, you can download them all at the same time and bring them in. That's particularly useful for journal articles. But I just then imported that into Zotero. So now let's look at a PDF that I had already downloaded from JSTOR, and let's say that I want to bring that in. Well, what I can do is link to file here, and I can click on this and bring this in, and it's already filled in a lot of the information for me. And so I can view the PDF and fill in the rest of the information. And I can also go straight into JSTOR. And in JSTOR, let's say, so I tried to import it and it didn't bring all the stuff in. So I'm going to click on Cite this item and then export this RIS file. Then it's brought it in for me. Let me go back to Zotero. So since it didn't bring in all the stuff automatically, what I'm going to do to this is add a link to the file that I just put there, and I'm going to delete this one since this is the one that doesn't have all the info in it. The reason to put a link to the file is that then you can click straight on this and open it from your citation manager. You don't have to like dig around in your files to try to find it. I do tend to organize things, put them all in a folder together. I think that's helpful, but this will allow you to keep everything together. So here is the part that is super exciting. So I've got these these items, and I want now to cite all of them. So I'm going to cite them in MLA in the 8th edition. I'm going to go make this into a bibliography. And I just copied that to the clipboard. Then I'm going to open up Word and myself a blank document here. And then I'm just going to paste this information into the document. Now it may cause a little bit of, you may have to edit it a little bit, you know, check to make sure everything looks good as far as the making sure that they didn't pull in a bunch of capitals where something shouldn't have been. But where this gets really helpful is when you have 10 sources, 20 sources. Being able to make a bibliography in 2 clicks is pretty amazing. You can also store sources, and let's say that I only wanted to use these 2. You can select them by holding down Control and then just do a bibliography from those particular items. So I find this so helpful for as you're collecting research. You can make multiple files over here, either for different projects you're working on, or you can move something that you're not using to a different file, just to kind of keep everything organized. And if you created a link to the PDFs, then this can be your first source. And something else that I like to do in here, you can make notes to yourself, and you can also add tags, which are keywords. So if you thought this has got a great definition that I know that I need to use, you could add definition here. And then the reason to do that would be then you could search and see, oh yeah, this is the one that I tagged definition, and know that that's the one to come back to. And because we had it in a PDF, we can actually select a citation out of it, and then doesn't always work as well. Some of them have got better optical character recognition than others, but often with a PDF you can highlight something and copy it and then paste it into your document. So I think that you guys will see that once you know how to use this, the small amount of time it takes you to get the stuff into the citation manager is really worth your time.